Here we go for another edition of Jofo in the Ring. And yes, my name is Frank Jofo.
Actually, it's not another edition. It's the first edition of Jofo on the Field.
Here we go.
Here we go for that. And I am A to the Tracks. You all know me from the Jofo podcast Monday nights. And you are...
Frank Jofo, Jofo in the Ring. You can see us every single day. We have new clips, new interviews. That's all for later. But tonight, it's all about football. Week 2 picks. Well, the first game is the New York Jets are rolling into Cleveland to play the Cleveland Browns. Now, the Cleveland Browns beat...
What are the line? What's the line? First off, you got to tell us what the...
Okay, I'll tell you the line right here. If I could point it out here on the
far right, top right.
Okay, top right.
Plus 6.5. So they're giving the Jets 6.5 points.
On the road. They're a team that it's not Super Bowl bound, but you know what I mean. But if you have a road win in them, can this be it in Cleveland? Their home opener.
They're giving them 6.5 points. I don't know. That seems a lot to me. No. Against
it does seem a lot to me, but in the end, I think a home win by Cleveland with Chubb there running amok on everybody. It's hard.
So you're going Cleveland.
I'm going to go Cleveland. Cleveland at home.
Cleveland at home?
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Jets here.
Are you going with spread or you want to go
this is with the spread. Give me 6.5 points. I want the 6.5 points. Of course, I'm going with spread. I'm not taking the Jets straight up. That's the only reason. 6.5, I don't know. It seems like a lot. I don't know. But again, that's... so these are going to be with the spread. You're going to go against the spread.
Okay, so so we'll go with spread, not money line then. So I'll take Cleveland with the points.
Yeah, if we're going money line, then you're taking Cleveland. I'm taking Cleveland. But anyways, with the points.
Second game here. Washington Commanders against the Detroit Lions. Detroit.
They're at home. Do they look good?
You know what, Jared Goff, you never know with this guy. He's been to a Super Bowl. He's done it all. It's a home opener. They are the favorites in this match. So, in this match. Too much wrestling.
And what's the spread for these guys?
Spread is -1.5. They're getting -1.5 at home against the Washington Commanders, but then you have Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz did well, too. You have that X factor there. Like I said, I could go in deep, but I'm just going to be lying to myself, so this is all I know.
It seems like it's a coin with a coin flip. That's the word. Coin flip here.
So basically, it's a 50-50. Yeah. Who has the better
Who's
team?
At home?
Detroit.
I go Detroit then.
I'm gonna go with Washington Commanders on the
Commanders.
One.
I go for home. When it's a flip
Carson
like that,
Wentz.
I give it to the home team, home opener.
Yeah,
they're gonna be pumped up in Detroit. There, going crazy, the Motor City.
Yeah,
you know how they do, making the noise with the trucks and everything. The tailgate is gonna be big. You give it to Detroit too. It's getting a bit colder also. There,
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens, but it's a different game when you're at home, right?
So, yeah, that's the whole thing.
Especially in home opener.
Yeah. So Detroit for me, Detroit for you?
No, I'm going to go Washington Commanders.
I
think I'm you know what? A guy like Carson Wentz that everyone's throwing him under the bus, I think he could pull something off here this year. Not the same player he was a couple of years ago when he was rolling down fucking the field with the Eagles, and then he got injured in the last game. Remember that?
He broke his femur?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Washington on that.
Okay. Indianapolis now Jacksonville now. That's our next game. So spreads on that?
I think it's going to be that's right here. -3.5 for the Colts on the road against the Jags. The Jags lost their last game.
What was the stat that we heard that
Indianapolis tied their last game, and that was from last year. That was the game that kind of screwed them there, not to go into the playoffs. But all in that to say, not because the coach's name's Frank, but I really like the Colts a lot. With Matt Ryan there, you never know. I don't know. That might be the missing piece of the puzzle. They did tie last week, which maybe they should have won. Maybe they should have lost. Who knows? But now we're on to this week.
But now they have. Now they're -3.5 on the road.
Yeah.
And apparently they have never won against Jacksonville in Jacksonville.
Something like that. There was a stat that Pat McAfee said. Maybe.
Yeah. So just with that being said, I am going with history to repeat itself. Really? Jaguars coming with the fucking plus. Give them the points.
Wow.
Give me the points. I'm a history guy. Stat man. They call me Stat Tracks. because I keep stats now.
I'm gonna go with the Colts.
Colts. We got very different opinions. I like
the Colts.
Good. So I got the Jags and
slash AEW.
Yeah, slash Tony Khan.
The next game there, what is it? Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the New Orleans Saints. Now, that was the stat. That New Orleans has, Tom Brady hasn't beat the Saints since he's been in Tampa. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's what I heard.
I'll give it to you.
Tom Brady, and even Pat McAfee said it today. He said Tom Brady usually starts off slow. So, what do you think in this one? With the history behind it and everything, too.
Minus 2.5.
Yeah,
I take Tampa Bay all day.
That's a ruckus.
They don't have what's his name there because they don't have Goodwin anymore. They said.
Well, Goodwin and Evans might not play. So
okay, but they still have Jones. They still have fucking. Who else? They
Julio Jones.
Yeah, Julio Jones is there. Remember, they just signed them. They come from a text message.
Leonard Fournette's been fucked. That's all. That's the only name I find. I heard. I guess the Cowboys on Sunday night.
Yeah,
what was it?
Fournette. He's a beast. The guy, one of the best running backs.
But why
in the
not?
league.
Why not give it to him?
Yeah.
So
I think these guys, they're clearly not one-trick ponies. We see that they have all kinds of weapons. Take out they'll still be okay. I go Tampa here.
Yeah, you know what? I'm with the points. What's the points?
They're minus 2.5.
Oh yeah, you know what? That's by 3 there. Last second field goal. I could already see it happening already. Yeah, I'll take Buccaneers with the points. Yeah,
Buccaneers.
Sure.
No, minus. Buccaneers are minus 2.5.
Minus 2.5. Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
2.5. I'll take 3.5. Is like.
Yeah, 3. Yeah, that's why. One field goal, we could do it.
Plus, you're gonna go against Tom Brady. Anyways, here we go. Next game. Carolina Panthers versus the New York Giants. Now, the Panthers, you know the whole story with the Panthers, with Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield's there.
Baker Mayfield's there. The first game of the year, he played Cleveland, his old team. They lost. Cleveland won. So now he's on to the second week now.
Did he do well or what? Or
he did well. I think he ran in for a touchdown. I'm sure he threw one too, but you have Christian McCaffrey there too as well. I didn't hear.
Were they
anything.
in the dog pound?
You know what?
No, were they at Cleveland when they lost?
No, I'm pretty sure it was in Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. That's
interesting.
So,
because Baker Mayfield is, he hasn't done anything to prove us, you know. So why are we expecting differently? I don't get it.
It's true.
You know. He's gonna fuck it up, suck it up too. It's over.
Yeah,
he loses.
He has talent though.
He has talent. He in college he had talent in fucking or whatever.
Sometimes that's all it takes, right? It's just the mumble jumble. That's what it takes right there. Is that
he has? What has he done on the NFL level? Like,
well, I think didn't they win the division a couple years ago, right before he got injured, and then he had that downfall year.
I don't know. Maybe. See, that's the thing. I don't know. But I picture this guy here.
But sometimes it's better not to know these things too, right?
Yeah, that's
so
what
we
I'm
anticipate,
saying.
Right?
So I say I don't like him though as a guy, like as much as
But the G-Man, we saw that last second.
The G-Man,
with they went for the 2 points at the end.
Big call. If you didn't see that game, they had a chance to tie the game or go for the 2-point conversion and force the other team to try to score.
The Titans.
Or else it would have been or Titans
in Tennessee too, man.
In Tennessee, so they went for the 2 points. They got it. So they're up by 1, which means that now Tennessee had to score a field goal to win.
Yeah.
And
they got in field goal range.
They got in field goal range. I think 45 for something yard field goal. Very makeable. And he missed the left. So just goes to show that was great coaching because, like we said, if you go to make that field goal to win the game, there's a lot less pressure if it's a tie
than if
you're going in to win, right?
Yeah.
So that coaching method there just won me over automatically for the Giants. And it's his first-year coach, no?
First-year coach. So, he was in the stands for the New York Ranger playoffs.
Apparently he's a big
big New York Ranger fan, and everyone was freaking out.
He let we're Rangers guys here. So you know what? I'm gonna let that bias get to me here.
It's in New York too.
What's the spread? What do they have to?
The spread is plus 1.5 to Carolina. Basically, the Giants are favored by minus 1.5.
The Giants.
The Giants are favored. Minus 1.5
against Baker Mayfield.
Against Baker Mayfield,
guaranteed. Take Giants on this.
I take Giants too, man.
Giants. Let's go Giants at home. The sick New York men that they are. The G-men all the way. Let's go G-men.
It just goes to show, like, maybe Patriots versus the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh.
Okay, in Pittsburgh, yeah.
Home opener.
they're giving Pittsburgh points here, if I'm not mistaken. Move the thing a bit.
Yes, because TJ Watt, what's the?
It's minus. Okay, no, +2. They're giving the Pittsburgh Steelers 2.5 points.
Yes, at home.
At home, so they think the Patriots are going to win this game because TJ Watt, defensive linebacker.
Yeah, he's the guy.
The core of the whole thing. He makes that much of a difference on the whole team, really.
The guy was, I think, defensive player of the year.
Because first of all, the Steelers just won last week.
Yeah, but by the skin of their teeth.
The Patriots lost to Miami.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, to me, this is a dead giveaway. I don't think. Then again, you think you're going against Belichick and he's going to expose that shit.
But there you go. But then you have it's no joke that Pittsburgh has a decent defense every single year, and I think this year is another situation where they do have.
So
a good
if that's the case,
again.
then it can't be. It's not all centered. I mean, maybe it is, but it doesn't. If your whole team fucking crumbles if one of your fucking linebackers isn't there,
well, that's quarterback the test, right? If they pull this off, the Steelers, I could maybe like a 19-16 game, one of those games. Like, wow, did we really need this guy? But when we do have him, it's even better. Like, come on.
Well, they definitely.
I can see that happening, or it's going to be a shootout, 34-33.
Because it's a breakdown of defense.
It's just like let's go. Let's say it's no holds bar.
I think Pittsburgh here though. But then again, you know what I always say? They know something that you don't know.
I'm taking Pittsburgh with the.
You know what? I'm going back. I'm flipping over. I'm going Patriots. If they know, I'm thinking of Fat Tony sitting down there. The Falcons at the Rams.
Okay. Now, the Falcons.
Talk to me.
The Rams. The Rams lost last week, which was not supposed to happen, right? Home opener. I think they were even technically they were underdogs by the betting lines out there, but. Now they're at home again. They stayed home. They recouped. The coach. I remember the coach was literally taking the blame for everything, which is a stand-up thing to do nowadays because nobody does that. So he's standing up for his team. What do you think's going to happen here now with a lonely? I think you know who the quarterback is in Atlanta.
Who?
Marcus Mariota.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's all it has to say right there. So very quickly, I think we could. But the points, that's the way it comes down to now. I think that's a 9.5. Yeah. Well, that's a 9.5. Minus 9.5 at home. Fuck. Basically saying that these guys are going to smoke them 14 points, 15. Which, you know what?
Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen, though. Because when that happens...
Atlanta's a dome team, right?
Okay, yeah.
L.A. is L.A., obviously, so...
Outside. So, you know, then it's hard. You know what? 9.5 points is... They know. It's going to be close, but I know what? I don't think it's going to be close. It's going to be smashed out. Like, they're going to destroy. I'm talking about the spread being close. I think they're going to cover the spread twice over. I'm taking the Rams.
Then you can see the headlines.
The Rams minus 9.5.
Atlanta comes out and almost wins the game at the end, but you know, like the spread always gives a little something away, right? It's like, wow, 9.5 points. You're saying that it's like a Tom Brady situation where Tom Brady would lose with the Patriots back in the day, and it's like, wow, he can't lose 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Same thing with Aaron Rodgers, which we'll get to a little later on the show. But can they lose 2 in a row like that? You know what? I'm going to go with Atlanta Falcons with the points.
Really?
The points. It's all about the points.
Yeah, it's all about the points. But
Seattle Seahawks versus San Francisco 49ers. Trey Lance didn't do fucking nothing, what I saw. Seattle came in and beat Denver Broncos the last second there with the whole chicanery when they should have kept Russell Wilson on the Denver, and they didn't. They went for the field goal. They missed. All else fails, and they lose. So now this is Seattle, and that's another thing too. We always come back to the coaching. The coaching for Seattle.
So this is
Pete Carroll's still there,
but Russell. So this is the first time Russell Wilson is playing against.
No. This Seattle's playing without Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I know, because on Denver.
Yeah, they're playing San Fran.
Oh, sorry, I thought they were playing Denver. Okay. Okay, my bad.
And supposedly it's supposed to be like they said a mud show, which basically means that it's supposed to rain and.
So look for the under.
But
what's the spread?
The spread here, I think it says 8.5.
Wow,
if I'm not mistaken, 8.5.
And what's the over under? Just so we could give it the reference.
41.5.
41.5. So they think there's going to be it's going to be like 30 something to 3. They think like that's what
something like that.
Well, if the 8.5 spread, well,
you know what? I could. You know what? Fuck, Seattle, man, giving up all those points. You know what? I can't see it happening. I can't see it happening unless they get just smoked, like you said, 30-3 by San Fran, and just everything just clicks for San Fran.
I don't think that'll happen. You?
No, I don't think so. You know what? I'm gonna take Seattle with the points.
Seattle plus 8.5.
Yeah, yeah.
Seattle plus 8.5.
That's gonna be coaching 101.
I'm gonna go San Fran
At home too. It's
San Fran at home. Who did McAfee pick there? The 49ers?
Yeah, you picked 49ers for sure. At home. I picked Seattle with the points.
Yeah.
Cincinnati Bengals went to the Super Bowl last year against the Dallas Cowboys at home.
What is this? The fucking spread is here going to be
Dallas back-to-back home game. So it's
without Prescott this time.
Without Prescott. Cooper Rush is going to be the quarterback unless something drastic happens. If Selecta Brew puts on a helmet, then
I don't know. We watched the Dallas game last week. They didn't seem impressive to me at all. Like they did. I'm going Cincinnati here.
I think Cincinnati has to bounce back too after that.
Yeah.
After that game they should have won kind of game, because I think they could have won that game easily, right?
Yeah.
So
I guess this new quarterback. Who the fuck is the quarterback for Dallas?
Joe Burrow. For Dallas,
yeah.
Cooper Rush.
Who the fuck is that?
He was the backup last year. But that's the whole point, right? Maybe we'll get to know him a little bit more if he does play a couple more games. And
well, he's
okay. But I don't know. A guy like that.
Yeah, he's got everything to prove here. So he's
at home. Jerry's freaking out. Poor guy.
Yeah, I take the Bengsies here.
Bengsies.
Take the Tigers.
No, I'll take Cincinnati. I'm going to take Cincinnati.
So both of us on Cincinnati.
Take Cincinnati. Broncos. Houston Texans versus the Denver Broncos.
Ooh.
Now Russell Wilson's home opener. I think that's an upset right there. He lost the last game. He has to come back and prove to everybody that he's the real deal. They gave up a lot to get this guy. So if they go 0-2, especially against a team like the Houston Texans, who were supposed to, I think they were supposed to be. There was betting lines that they were going to finish with no wins or something like that this year.
Texans.
So yeah.
It's only 5.5, one touchdown. Yeah, give it to 9.5.
9.5.
Ooh, now that changes everything. Yeah. But then again,
in Mile
like
High,
we said though, the Texans are tough too though. They're
but they're in like the rebuild stage there.
Yeah.
And
9.5. Okay, still, like I said before, I can't go against my thing. If it's 9, they're gonna smash it. Yeah, take the points. Give them extra points too. Fuck. Broncos, both of us.
Yeah, Broncos for sure. Broncos 100%. Pat took Houston with the points, eh? Savage, huh?
Yeah, 9.5 is a lot.
But he knows more than us, so in the end.
Yeah, well, does he? That's what I'm saying.
Well, we'll see.
It's literally 50-50. That's why there's the spreads, right? It's
there you
a 50-50 shot.
Exactly. We'll see.
Actually, a little bit less probably. The Cardinals versus the Raiders.
Ooh. Cardinals versus the Raiders lost their last game. Now, the whole thing with Devontae Adams and Derek Carr, to where I'm looking and watching, like as a fan and everything, not getting excited. I was excited about it to see because he was a former Packer, but I don't know. It just didn't. It just didn't click.
And sometimes it takes more than one game to click, right?
Yeah, maybe, you know, but we'll see. But
anybody coming from the Packers too, or it's hard to like say that it's Aaron Rodgers slinging them in there. You know, like it's he makes people look amazing. So just yeah,
but this is Kyler Murray too signed the big contract in the off season. So on the road, I think they even lost 2, if I'm not mistaken. That's how much I know. So. They did lose.
Less than a touchdown. Take the home team here. So
what's the spread on that? On
5.5.
5.5.
Yeah, I think right.
Minus 5.5 for the Raiders.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, minus 5.5 for the Raiders. Over under 52 here.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Arizona.
Actually. You're going Arizona here.
I'm going Arizona.
Any reason for that in particular? Or?
I don't know. They just they're a good team on paper. They are well coached. Do you know who the coach is for Arizona?
No.
He used to date Vegas Dave's ex-wife there, whatever her name was there.
Okay.
Remember that?
I don't remember the guy's name. What's his name?
Vegas Dave, the girl.
Yeah. I don't remember her name.
The coach used to go out with, anyways.
So you think Vegas Dave knows the inside scoop?
No, but I just
Holly?
like Arizona.
Her name was Holly.
I just like Arizona.
Okay,
they
so
have a good
put me
team.
on the Raiders.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with Arizona on that one.
Arizona for you, Raiders for me.
Arizona. And for the next game, wow. Coincidentally, I got the shirt right here, Mr. Number 12, Aaron Rodgers. Pat McAfee called him the landlord of that division, and I agree with him because after a loss, I think they're 7-0 or 8-0 with LaFleur as the coach, and plus it's in Green Bay.
Oh.
Whoa!
Hey.
What's going on? Whoa! Look who we have here!
I got the horse.
Look
I got
at
the horse
this.
in the back. I just came. I flew in.
I didn't think this was going to happen.
You're talking about my boy Aaron. Hey, is that you want to bet? Listen, let me tell you about. I'm gonna give you one pick. I'll give it for free right now.
Okay.
There's one thing in the world, three things in the world that are true. Okay, death, taxes, and Aaron Rodgers doesn't lose 2 games in a row. That's a guarantee. Lock it in, boys. That's the Tracks Lock of the Week. Aaron Rodgers could be fighting cannibalistic robots. It doesn't matter. He'll take them all down. He's not losing 2. He did it the first week. He did it last year, the same thing. He came in. He sandbagged the son of a bitch so he could put a couple fufa jewels on himself the next game to make it go up, put the stats a little lower. He's a pro move. We know he did it. He faked it with the vax. Now we got this. He's sandbagging this. He's going to do it again. Guaranteed 100% Aaron Rodgers wins this fucking game. What's the spread on that thing?
The lock of the week.
That's a lock. Nest monster. Keep it in. You heard it here first. Aaron Rodgers does not lose 2 in a row or I shave my head.
That's spread. If I'm not mistaken, it's what, 9.5, 10? Yeah, 9.5.
Oh, wait a second here.
9.5.
I didn't know about the spread.
Home
Okay,
opener.
I gotta tell him to lay off the horse. That's not a promise.
Hey, no, but this is the decider for me right now. It's on Sunday Night Football.
Okay, it's over.
Chris
Keep it.
Collinsworth
Take the
coming
spread.
in.
You could give the Bears, these piece of shit Bears. You ever met a guy from fucking Chicago? Piece of shit people. These
You know
guys.
what happens when Green Bay faces Chicago?
It's all out war.
Aaron Rodgers owns them all. That's it.
He owns them. Is that the one that he owned with the belt and everything? Is that the one he did
That's
it with?
the one when they were
He
giving
did
the
it with-
middle finger and everything.
Listen, my boy Aaron, listen what I said, okay? Last week, you came out, you probably had a few fucking, you had a hangover, you were smashing everything, the whores and everything the night before, but we know 2 weeks in a row you don't make the same mistake twice.
That's it.
He's coming out, this is a guaranteed lock. Nest monster coming through. The pack is gonna win this. Get your cheese heads on. Rub it all over your dick. Gonna make some fucking melted cheese with it because Aaron Rodgers did not lose 2 in a row. Definitely not in fucking Wisconsin where these motherfuckers. Where the fuck they from? These fucking cheesehead fucks.
Chance.
He ain't losing, especially against the Bears. Take your fucking rugs out and shoot them in the fucking garbage because these fucking kids suck over here at Chicago. They ain't gonna take my boy Aaron down. Never. You can give them a 20-point spread. Here's this: the Vegas Tracks Lock of the Week. They're going to win by 25 points. It's
25 points.
25 points.
You heard it
They're
here
going to smash it first. Lock it in, boys. I got to go to the horse. You need anything else from me?
No, I'm good, man. I'm good.
I got 2 cars with diamonds.
You know what? I didn't even get to ask you. I wanted to ask you.
What'd you want to ask?
Well, I was going to ask you who you're going to pick here, but
who do
you
you think
already
I'm gonna
answered
pick?
it for me.
The Bears on this game.
The lock of the week, plus 25. You said they were going to win by 25 points.
Hey, listen, I don't want to go crazy with but you know what? I'm going to give them 17 points. They're going to win by minimum 17 points.
I like that.
17-point victory.
That's what we do here. We take risks.
That's a lock. You know what? That's not a lock. That's a mini fish. It's like a minnow. But the Loch Ness is the win guaranteed to come through. Guaranteed Loch Ness on that for the Aaron Rodgers and the fucking boys.
Well, Vegas Tracks, it's been a pleasure. I hope you could come back next week. Like Pat McAfee has Aaron Rodgers every Tuesday. Could we have Vegas Tracks on here once a week giving his locks?
Depends on my schedule and how many people buy the package. Which, by the way, you could buy this week for $299.99 plus shipping and handling divided by 7 times 8. And that'll be your new package of the week. You can do it in one easy payment. We take Visa, MasterCard, and your mother's underwear. Anything you want, we got all those packages for free. I mean, millions of dollars.
Well, look, for all Vegas Tracks, look in the description below. But this is it. This is the perspective of not an expert gambler or intermediate gambler. We're all there. We're all sitting there. We're all sitting here trying to win a buck. So whatever insight anyone could give, I'll take. And whatever I could give, I hope somebody takes and maybe they win. And if they lose, hey, it's not my fault. But Vegas Tracks with the lock of the week, Green Bay. I'm going to lock it in with Green Bay too as well on Sunday night. It's going to be not a blowout, but I think it's going to be about 14, 15-point spread right there. Oh, you just missed them.
Who?
Vegas Tracks was here.
That guy, that piece of shit. I bought his package. I bought his package last week. Every single pick was wrong. I'm going the opposite of Vegas Tracks. What did he say?
He said Green Bay.
He said, I'm going the other team. Put me down for the fucking the opposite of they are because Vegas Tracks is terrible. He's always wrong. That guy's a fucking moron.
Okay, so I got Green Bay with the points. You're going to go with Chicago. We'll see what happens with that. But Buffalo at home opener against a Tennessee Titan team that lost against the Giants.
There's two New York games going on in the same night.
That same
New
area.
York's going to be on fire over there. You know what? I'm not even going to look at the teams. I'm going to go with the power of New York. Buffalo, New York will be erupting in flames with the New York Giants. Everything it's going to be in New York.
No, it's Buffalo Bills at home against against the
New
Titans,
York, no?
and then Philadelphia at home against the Vikings.
Yeah, so give me Buffalo minus 9.5. What? They're not minus. The Buffalo's minus 9.5.
No, that's 3.5. 9.5. Wow.
What the Josh Allen?
Because what they did against the Rams on the road.
Fucking hey. 9.5. You know what? Lock it in. 9.5. You can't
Bills.
go. There's gonna be according to me, there's gonna be a lot of huge spreads getting beaten here.
You know what? I'm gonna go with the Titans. Give me the points with the Titans, man.
Yeah, it seems
Give me the point. They were the number 1 seed last year, or number two seed, if I'm not mistaken. One of those two. But either way, the next Monday Night Football.
Actually, you know what? Give me the points of the Titans too.
Yeah,
I think Josh, the Bills are gonna win that game, but not by 10 points.
No. Last game of the week, Philadelphia Eagles at home against the Minnesota Vikings. They torched.
Oh no, sorry,
they torched. They torched. You were waiting for that this whole time, right? They torched Aaron Rodgers last week. Minnesota, you know what? They were always good.
Yeah.
So, but Philadelphia.
Scumbag team, scumbag fan base.
Yeah.
That scumbag fucking
Except
place.
for Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's the only thing that came good out of Philadelphia, I guess.
It's just a scumbag fucking, what do they have? Fucking cheesesteaks and fucking.
I'd plus 1.5 for the Vikings. You know what? I'm going to go with the Vikings.
I'm going with the Vikings.
I'm going to go with the Vikings on this.
You can't think like the Aaron Rodgers didn't play shit. The Vikings played a good game last week.
Yeah, and I think they are a good team.
They are a good team.
Well coached, first-year coach.
They always have that defense, so.
Yeah, anything can happen. And I think on Monday night, we'll see something happen with the Minnesota Vikings beating the Philadelphia Eagles.
That seems like a fucking. I don't know. I would put, but like that game to me seems like the one that.
Especially the spread though. Look at the spread. Plus 1.5.
Yeah, that's.
And then the other one's just like a couple of hours away about drive, and then it's fucking what something maybe we don't know something. Maybe we'll see what happens, but. We'll see next week when we make our Week 3 picks and see how stupid we are for making these Week 2 picks against Pat McAfee. And we'll see what happens. Any other last words you want to give to...
eat your Wheaties.
That's it. And one last thing. And remember... It's good. First down.
First down. We'll get better with it. We'll think of something. And remember, because it's hard to do. I guess it was... It's good.